My name is Donna Sutton Lahmar. I live in Dartmouth and I work for Westwood Family Resource Centre. So I grew up in PEI and we always had a huge garden. My parents, my grandparents, my aunt and uncles, our whole family had a really big garden. So it was nice to go outside and have fresh produce every day, making salads and stuff. So yes, it was a big part of my life. Food is really important to me, probably because of my granddaughter now more so. Just to see how happy she was when we planted a garden and how excited she was to have cucumbers and eat tomatoes. And I think just teaching her those skills at an early age that growing food will be important for her, we hope. And also for the community, I see how important growing food is. So just the benefit of planting it and to see it grow is amazing. When we have taken over this garden, I think there was probably 3 active gardeners and we had a very small space that had like tons of weeds and stuff. So it has taken 4 years to get where we are now. As you can see, we've come a long way. And the results, I think, is 100%. The efforts were worth waiting for. Now we have like over 30 beds. We have a huge waiting list. And the community has come together. There's so much ownership and pride into our garden. And I think, too, also the giving back aspect of the garden. A lot of our community members have so much food that they give back to other community members as well as giving it to the center so we can share with other community members. So that part is not only that people are into it for themselves, it's that aspect of sharing with the community as a whole. Teaching other people skills. People are really involved in the garden and sharing their skills with others, which if people were interested in gardening, they're interested in gardening now because of community members that are involved in our garden. So it's kind of like that ripple effect. It has come such a long way. Another thing I think I would really like to add is in the fact that our garden is for families as well as it's open to the community. We have children as well as the oldest person that comes here is 75 years old. So multi-generational, and people can benefit from that because it's working together as a whole. Obviously the seniors have a lot to teach to the younger generation, that working together, there's just so many benefits towards that I think that we could learn a lot from our senior population. We almost lost our garden a few years ago here because they were going to put a professional soccer field in. And at that time was the first time I had seen how passionate the community gardeners and the community were about the garden, and the fact that they were going to have us move our garden over, be closer to the cemetery and have a big field here. So the community stepped up and were like, no, this is our garden and you know what, we're not losing it. And to see how they were like fire and they were like, this is ours and no one's going to do anything. And they were on the phone and people come together, people that we didn't really even know that were passionate about the garden. So to see people's pride and to say this is ours and it's not going anywhere. And because of that, and because of EAC, we ended up, as you can see, we still have our garden. So we're so thankful. But that was the first time from the time that we had started the garden that we had seen, I never seen how proud people were about this garden. I think moving forward, we will extend our garden. That is our future hope, to extend our garden so we can have more people involved in the garden, but also to have more community beds, because some people in the community are involved. They want to be involved in the garden, but they want to just tap into kind of the communal garden beds. So we want to have more of that. Ideally, our dream would be to have more garden beds, have fresh produce that we can sell at a market. So that's kind of our goal, or even use more of those produce that we can use in our programs, because cooking is food security is a big thing in our community. So to have those produce go back into our center, into programming, so the community will benefit, children as well as adults will benefit, that would be our goal. So our goal is to have more beds eventually. Kind of that's our work in progress.